Australia. Today we will analyze trade and investment potential, a project completed by Erica Hernandez and Kaya Tiftik. For at least 40,000 years, Australia was inhabited by Aboriginals. In 1770, Captain James Cook claimed Australia for Great Britain. Great Britain originally sent convicts via penal transportation until 1886. 10 years after the gold rush, the first stock exchange was formed in 1861. In 1901, Australia's 6 colonies became a nation. Today, Australia is composed of 6 states that include New South Wales, Queensland, South Australia, Tasmania, Victoria, and Western Australia. They also have 2 main territories, the Australian Capital Territory and the Northern Territory. Today, Australia is the 6th largest country in the world by total area. It is the 3rd largest free economy in the world and has a population of 22.7 million people. The Australian dollar is their currency, and it is a hard currency, meaning it can be exchanged. Their current form of government is a constitutional monarchy, and Queen Elizabeth II is the head of state. Australia's major trading partners include China, Japan, the United States, Korea, Singapore, the United Kingdom, and New Zealand. Today, China accounts for 27% of Australia's exports and 15% of their imports. Japan accounts for 17% of their exports and 8% of their imports, and the United States accounts for 5% of their exports and 13% of their imports. Australia's top exports include food, metal products, machinery, equipment, coal, wheat, and wool. Their top imports include transport equipment, computers, telecommunication lasers, and office machines. Australia's foreign direct investment, or FDI, flows have more than doubled over the 5 years to 2012 and are now equivalent to $231 billion. Their FDI outpaced global growth of 28% from 2008 to 2012. Their FDI inflows into developed economies surged to 6.2% from 2.8%. Australia's capital markets include the financial development, which ranked 5th out of 57 of the world's leading financial systems and capital markets by the World Economic Forum. The equity market, the 8th largest in the world, based on the free float market capitalization, and is the 2nd largest in the Asia Pacific. They average daily secondary trading of over 5 billion Australian dollars a day. The bond market is the 3rd largest debt market in the Asia Pacific. The derivatives market is the largest fixed income derivatives in the Asia Pacific region. The foreign exchange market is the 7th largest in the world in terms of global turnover. The Australian dollar is the 5th most traded currency, and the Australian dollar to US dollar are the 4th most traded currency pair. The funds management has the largest pool of funds under management in the Asia Pacific region and the 4th largest in the world. The European Union, the Australian Securities Investments Commission, and Reserve Bank of Australia have helped Australia integrate into global financial markets, systems, and institutions. The highlighted areas on this chart focus on the stock markets, currency, GDP, and GNP for Australia. As you can see, all the trends are increasing with the exception of GDP growth rate and GDP annual growth rate. Australia's current account has had a trend of decreasing. Exports and imports, however, are trending to significantly increase, with the balance of trade remaining steady. The current account to GDP seems to vary and is staggered. Australia's inflation rate is at 2.4%, much lower than the average of 5.27%. The consumer price index has increased significantly at 102.8 index points compared to the average of 39.66. The charts shown here show the Australian current account, balance of trade, foreign exchange reserves, and inflation rate over the past 5 years. After analyzing Australia's potential for trade and investment, the question is, should we invest? According to our research, the answer is absolutely. Free trade in the 3rd most free economy, rich in natural resources and technology imports and exports, helping falling trade barriers, non-corrupt government and trade barriers that are minimal. the fact that the U.S. is not a major trading partner compared to China, transparent regulations making it easier to do business and no contracts will be honored, Australia's consistent economic growth, and strategic location around the Asia-Pacific proximity are all reasons as to why you should invest with Australia.